Now, Celtic Woman have enjoyed huge international success, achieving the Billboard #1 world music artist 6 times, releasing 11 chart-topping albums and selling more than 4 million concert tickets across 23 countries.
And Mairead Carlin, Ava McMahon, Tara McNeil and Megan Walsh all join us now. But before we chat to the four ladies, here's a snippet of the four performing at Johnstown Castle.
Good morning. Happy New Year.
Good morning.
For those of you at home, Mairead is nearest to us, Ava, then it's Megan, and then it's Tara. Tara's the one with the red hair. Okay. Okay. Now, listen, this isn't a silly question. Is there a castle in Ireland you haven't actually played?
I'm not sure at this rate.
Seriously, I mean, when they do these productions for you, I mean, they really are. It's the real deal. It's like it's not a mock-up castle.
It's fairy tale stuff, isn't it?
It was absolutely a dream come true to be there. We grew up watching Celtic Woman and the other castle specials, so to be able to be part of a castle special was really amazing for all of us.
Now, something like that, how long does that, what sort of production, pre-production goes into it? I mean, do you just go, okay, just give us a location, we'll go and do the gig, or are you actively involved in all of that?
There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff going on. I mean, our job is to learn the music and do it okay, but, you know, there's a massive production team behind us, and we actually couldn't do it without them.
But, I mean, the context in which you're performing those songs obviously have to have a bearing on how you perform them.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I mean, how do you rehearse for something like that?
Well, we do a lot of rehearsals kind of ourselves, and then we come together for about a week and we really just intensively work together to make it all come together. And but like you said, they're stories. All the songs are stories, so we spend months getting to know them, making them our own, and making them
special. And the dancers and musicians come in. How long do you have to rehearse with them? And
it's about 2 weeks, I think, in total. Really intensive. I mean, 2 weeks doesn't sound like a lot, but it's like 9 to 9 every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, okay, there's you shot this last September.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the video. This is also the promo. So you go on the road and people go, oh yeah, they're going to bring their own castle with them.
Yeah, that's a tough one, but we can't obviously bring a castle on the road with us.
Obviously, but what's the production? You're going out now for 90 dates in the States, aren't you?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
What is the production size for that?
I mean, it's pretty big. We have an entire band with us, drummer, percussion, piano, you know, full dancers. We have singers, so it's quite a big production. We try our best to bring a taste of the castle to the people, but we can't bring.
So is this what you'd call an arena tour then? So.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it's not sheds or large theatres.
No. Well, there would be a lot of large theatres as well, but we'd have a complete mixture. For instance, we'll be ending our tour at Red Rocks in Colorado, so we have the theatres, but then we're also going to be doing this amazing amphitheatre outdoor show surrounded by these rocks and open air. It will be incredible.
Well, I mean, I presume you probably, do you even remember you two at Red Rocks?
Oh yeah, I did.
Goodness, yeah.
My dad, I grew up watching that, so we played it 2 years ago and I couldn't believe it, because I grew up watching that DVD. Well, it's DVD now.
Yeah. We actually did the last time we were at Red Rocks, we did a tribute to U2. The founder of Celtic Woman, Dave Kavanagh, is a big U2 friend and fan, and we wanted to do something to pay homage to them when we were there, because obviously we're Irish and you support your own, so we did a cover of Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, and we had chills all over our body. It was like there was spirits in the air. It was incredible.
So you're doing 90 dates. How do you have the stamina for 90 big shows like that?
I think the support of the girls, you know, we all keep each other going, and we all are like one big family out there, and that kind of helps us get through.
Yeah. And so will this 90 days, you have a new album out since October, but will people hear a mix of things, or will it be mostly the new stuff, or?
Yeah, we like to change it up. You know, we would never go out and do a show and not have our fan favourites in there, because that's just how we feel about it, you know. You Raise Me Up and those kind of things. But we're just so privileged that we get to make new music. This is our first album where we have proper original music, new music on there, and it's something that we've wanted to do for a really long time.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool that we get
How
to
much
do
say in that did you have?
Well, actually, I wrote one of the songs on this album, which I'm so proud of, and there's lots of Irish writers on this album, so creatively we have a massive input. We all come together and kind of look at different songs with our musical director, Gavin Murphy, and then we'll kind of pick what suits us best, what do we resonate with the most.
Who produced it?
It's produced by Gavin Murphy, our musical director, and then Shane McDonald, who's backstage, is our producer.
Okay, and are you sitting there in the mixing, deciding, no, I want the fiddle up a little bit? Or...
Well, we actually went over to Real World Studios, Peter Gabriel Studios. Yeah, it was incredible. So we were there for all of it. We stayed there, we moved in for
We moved in for a week.
Yeah, and we just got to be immersed in music.
It's a lovely part of the world too, isn't
it
it?
was incredible. I would highly recommend it because you are completely immersed in the music and you just get lost in it.
How did you feel when your song made the cut?
Amazing.
And who makes that decision?
I suppose all of the producers and everything like that, they make the decision, but it was incredible. It's very proud. Yeah, I'm very proud of it.
It's a great song.
And how do you do that? I mean, I don't know what your individual... Look, you come together as this and you're an amalgam of that, right? But your own individual tastes. I mean, like, was it traditional music? Was it Celtic music? Who were the posters on your wall when you were growing up as musicians and aspiring singers?
I think we have different backgrounds. Like myself, I was classical violinist, but I've always had a love of folk music and played traditional Irish harp. But what's wonderful about Celtic Woman is that they let you showcase you at your best, and you have your moments in the show where you have a solo and you highlight yourself. But I suppose we all have different backgrounds, but we grew up actually watching Celtic Woman and always admired the group, so we just feel very privileged to be able to be up on the stage and showcase our talents and being an ambassador for Ireland.
So when you were 11, 12, 13 and you were dreaming about, you know, playing gigs somewhere, who were you dreaming of being?
I know this might sound cheesy, but actually, if someone asked me years ago what was my dream job, I would have said Celtic Woman. So I actually feel very lucky. But of course, I loved all the boy bands as well as Big West Side Band.
I wanted to be one of the chorus.
Well, you could very well be. I mean, you could be one of the sisters.
Only, my goodness.
And Megan, because you're the newest member, so you obviously, this is all a bit more kind of the dream come true for you right now.
Absolutely, I'm literally living my dream right now, and especially getting to do it with these women has just been such a dream come true.
She's incredible.
Absolutely.
How daunting is that when you're coming into something like this, which is a big organisation? It's well oiled, but it's also a big brand. I mean, there's the bar set pretty high.
It is, yeah, and like it was. You know, I was nervous coming in, but once you're in, you just realise how much of a family everybody is and how welcoming and supportive people are in the group. And once I was in, I felt like I was truly part of the family.
So was there an arm put around you, or was there, listen, you were good enough to get in here, you're good enough, don't just get on with it?
Absolutely, yeah. It's that constant support, and you just know no matter what, the girls have your back and the team have your back, and knowing that, you just go forward with your best foot forward. So
I think a big part of even getting into Celtic Woman is your disposition and your personality, because it's one thing having the talent, which Megan does in spades, but she's just such a lovely person. And because we spend so much time on the road together, I mean, let's face it, we're on the road at least 8 months of the year together, we just have to be really easygoing, and you know, it's so you just fit it right in, you really do.
Yeah, but the main sisters fight like cat and dog, you know? I mean,
we never do, that's crazy. People always say that to us, but we're like, we actually don't. We're great friends.
No.
Yeah.
Right,
we are.
I had 4 sisters, and I don't believe a word of that.
I believe you. But best of luck on the 90 days, and I'm sure we'll talk to you when you get back.
Just very quickly before you finish up, when can we see you here?
Well, there's lots of plans in the mix, so hopefully soon, but we're not absolutely sure yet.
Yeah,
But
hopefully
it
in
will
the
be
next
after
year.
America, would it?
It would be, yeah.
Okay, so the best part of a year at least.
Well, hopefully sooner than that.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, there's a DVD that people can console themselves with, available in all good record shops.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Happy touring. So we'll take a break now, so join us more on Ireland AM shortly.